Welcome to our channel. Some buildings are not remembered because of their walls, but because of the Christ trapped inside them. In India's freedom struggle, one such place stands in the middle of the sea, Cellular Jail, better known as Kalapani. Located in Port Blair in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Cellular Jail was not just a prison. It was a machine of isolation, punishment, and fear. For thousands of Indian freedom fighters, being sent there meant being cut off from family, homeland, and hope. But why was it called Kalapani? In earlier times, crossing the sea itself was considered a form of social exile for many Indians. The Andaman Islands were surrounded by endless water, far away from mainland India. Once a prisoner was transported there, escape was almost impossible. The sea became a wall. The distance became a punishment. And slowly, the name Kalapani became a symbol of suffering. The idea of using the Andamans as a penal settlement became stronger after the revolt of 1857. The British wanted a place where rebels, revolutionaries, and political prisoners could be sent far away from the public eye. They needed a prison that would not only confine bodies, but break spirits. Construction of the Cellular Jail began in 1896 and was completed in 1906. Its design was cruelly intelligent. The jail originally had 7 wings spreading out from a central watchtower like the spokes of a wheel. From that tower, guards could observe the entire structure. Each wing had 3 floors, and each prisoner was placed in a separate cell. This is why it was called Cellular Jail, because every prisoner was kept alone in an individual cell. There were no shared barracks, no open discussions, no chance to plan resistance. The purpose was psychological destruction. A freedom fighter could be surrounded by hundreds of others and still feel completely alone. The cells were small, dark, and suffocating. The ventilators were placed high, so prisoners could not look outside properly. Many could hear voices, chains, and footsteps, but they could not see their fellow prisoners. The architecture itself became part of the punishment. Life inside Kalapani was brutal. Prisoners were forced to perform exhausting labor. They had to extract oil using heavy mills, work with coconut fiber, make ropes, weave, clean, and perform tasks far beyond human endurance. If they failed to meet impossible targets, they were beaten, chained, or punished with even harsher isolation. Food was poor. Water was limited. Medical care was often inadequate. Many prisoners became sick. Some were physically broken. Others were mentally crushed by loneliness. But even under such conditions, many refused to surrender their spirit. This is what makes Cellular Jail important in Indian history. The British wanted to silence revolutionaries by sending them across the sea. But the prisoners turned their suffering into resistance. Hunger strikes, protests, and acts of defiance continued inside the jail. Even in isolation, the idea of freedom survived. Many well-known freedom fighters were imprisoned there, including Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, Batukeshwar Dutt, Barindra Kumar Ghosh, Ullaskar Dutt, Bhai Parmanand, Sachindra Nath Sanyal, Yogendra Shukla, and many others. Some names are famous today. Many others remain unknown, but their sacrifice was no less important. The jail also witnessed major changes during the Second World War. The Japanese occupied the Andaman Islands and used the jail after taking control. Later, after the war, the British returned. But history had already begun to change. India's independence movement was growing stronger, and the moral foundation of British rule was collapsing. After India became independent, Cellular Jail gradually transformed from a place of pain into a place of memory. Some wings were demolished over time, but the remaining structure was preserved. In 1969, it was declared a national memorial. Today, visitors walk through the same corridors where prisoners once moved in chains. They see the cells, the gallows, the watchtower, and the museum. The silence of the place is powerful. It does not need loud words. The walls themselves tell the story. Kalapani is not just about cruelty. it is also about courage. It reminds us that freedom was not gifted. It was earned by people who faced hunger, darkness, distance, humiliation, and death. They were sent to an island to be forgotten. But today, their memory stands stronger than the empire that imprisoned them. When we visit Cellular Jail, we should not see it only as a tourist place. We should see it as a sacred chapter of India's freedom struggle. Every cell is a reminder. Every brick carries a question. If they could sacrifice so much for freedom, what are we doing to protect it? The British built Cellular Jail to break Indian revolutionaries. But in the end, it became a monument to their strength. Kalapani was once a symbol of fear. Today, it is a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and the unbreakable spirit of India. If this story moved you, like this video, share it with others. And subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories from Indian history.